Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're diving into something that is quite literally rewriting the entire rulebook of cybersecurity. We're talking about a massive, monumental leap forward in how we actually find and fix those invisible cracks in our digital world. The project is called Anthropic's Glasswing.
Let me ask you this. What if an AI could just scan the internet and pinpoint vulnerabilities that even the absolute best, most expert human hackers completely missed? It sounds like the plot of a sci-fi thriller, right? You probably picture this glowing brain in some dark server room, methodically probing every network on Earth. But guys, this is not fiction. This is the unbelievable reality of automated vulnerability hunting. And honestly, the craziest part of this whole concept, this AI is already here, and it's doing exactly that.
And the scale? We're talking about thousands of bugs. Thousands. We aren't just talking about, a helpful little coding assistant spotting a typo here or there. We are talking about thousands of previously unknown vulnerabilities. To put that into perspective, finding just one deeply hidden bug can take a human expert months of painstaking, hair-pulling work. Uncovering thousands? That represents a level of processing power and analytical muscle that human teams just simply cannot match. It's a total game changer.
Now, to really grasp why this breakthrough matters so much, we kind of have to look at the painful reality we're currently facing. Our digital ecosystem is under relentless attack. From crippling ransomware strikes to those silent, sneaky zero-day exploits, the threat landscape is just compounding every single day. The stakes for defenders have literally never been higher, and the pressure on the security teams trying to, hold the line, it's just immense.
So here's the core bottleneck of the whole cybersecurity problem. Manually finding these vulnerabilities in complex code, it is incredibly hard. It takes immense time and a super rare level of expertise. And honestly, even if you have top-tier talent on your team, discovering these flaws often just relies on sheer dumb luck. Because of those limitations, defenders are basically trapped in this endless reactive game of whack-a-mole. They're always one step behind, waiting for an attacker to exploit a weakness, before they even realize the vulnerability is there.
Enter Project Glasswing. So Anthropic is already pretty widely known for building safe AI systems, but they've introduced something entirely different to solve this specific bottleneck. Powered by a system called Claude Mythos Preview, Project Glasswing is actively focused on hunting vulnerabilities. It's specifically designed to analyze software and detect those critical security flaws long before any attacker does.
To put it really simply, and I love this analogy, think of Glasswing like a supercharged security analyst, but one that never sleeps. When you personify the AI like that, it makes the whole abstract concept of automated code scanning feel a lot more real, doesn't it? Just imagine having the smartest cybersecurity expert in the world working at 1,000,000 times their normal speed, around the clock, without ever needing a coffee break or getting burned out. That's exactly what this is.
Okay, so how does it actually pull this off? Well, first, it reads massive amounts of code. And parsing through volumes of data that would literally take a human lifetime to analyze. Second, it understands how different systems interact. And this is absolutely crucial because the really dangerous bugs, they usually don't exist in a vacuum. They happen when complex systems talk to each other in weird, unexpected ways. And finally, it identifies those hidden weak points, uncovering deeply buried vulnerabilities that would normally take intense manual investigation to even surface.
And the results of that process are honestly both terrifying and amazing. Glasswing hasn't just been finding bugs in obscure, forgotten software. It's discovered thousands of previously unknown vulnerabilities in major operating systems, the web browsers that you and I use every single day, and most critically in real-world infrastructure. Some of these flaws were so severe that if they had been exploited, they could have caused massive, widespread damage. So this AI has already actively prevented potential digital disasters.
We're looking at a complete paradigm shift here. We are finally moving away from the old, failing traditional model. The reactive one where you're scrambling to patch a hole after the damage is already done. Instead, we're stepping into a proactive stance. By deploying an automated hunter like Glasswing, defenders get to totally flip the script. They're finding and fixing vulnerabilities before the adversaries even know they exist. It's taking us from a defensive crouch straight into an active preventative strategy.
Now you might be wondering, why does this actually matter to me? Well, because at the end of the day, it's our data on the line. For companies, obviously, this means vastly stronger, more resilient networks. But for us, for everyday users, it means safer digital lives. It means you can have a little more trust that the infrastructure holding your financial records, your private communications, the whole shebang, is being actively guarded by a system that never blinks.
But, and there is a but, this incredible breakthrough brings us to a pretty dark, terrifying question.
What happens if similar tools fall into the wrong hands? We've just talked about how unbelievably capable this AI is at finding hidden cracks in our digital walls. So what happens when the bad actors, the ones actually trying to break through those walls, get access to the exact same technological sledgehammer?
We're facing what's the ultimate AI security dilemma. Yes, AI can find vulnerabilities incredibly fast, but code itself doesn't have an inherent moral compass, right? The exact same incredible processing power that protects our infrastructure could be reverse engineered or replicated to attack it. Attackers could theoretically use this technology to automate massive zero-day discoveries. Think about it. Instead of a human hacker finding maybe one vulnerability a year, a malicious AI could find dozens a minute. It would completely overwhelm our ability to patch them.
Despite that tension, though, we have to recognize our new reality. Project Glasswing isn't some far-off science fiction. It is a genuine glimpse into the future of cybersecurity. We're entering an era where AI doesn't just respond to threats after the fact, it predicts where they're going to happen, prevents the exploit from occurring, and actively protects the ecosystem. This automated future isn't just coming, it is a present reality, and it's reshaping the battlefield of the internet right now.
Which leaves us with this final, stark thought. If AI is becoming the ultimate weapon for both defending and attacking our entire digital world, who will control that power? It's a question that goes way beyond just simple software updates. We're talking about the security of our entire interconnected society. So think about that the next time you log on. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep questioning what you see on the horizon.